Hi guys. Hello, hello. Amy D here. I am working on getting my orders packed so that I can get them invoiced, and I just thought I'd take a break and sit down and do a quick little make with you guys. Cute little tag that you can put in a journal pocket. You can send it for Happy Meal. Happy Mail, not Happy Meal. Just a little make, and if you take this off the top, you've got an accordion folder inside that you can put little tags or pieces of Happy Mail in. You can make it longer. I made it this size just to show you how to do it. So let's go ahead and get one started. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to get our cutter and we're going to cut a piece of cardstock 2.5 inches wide. And I know I want that on there, so I'm going to turn this upside down so I can get that piece off of there. And I'm going to show you a couple of different ways to make it if you don't have that punch, which not everybody does. I understand that. So we got 2.5 inches wide, and then we're going to go 7.25 inches long. So I think I want to cut it about there because I want to make sure I get those flowers on the front. And so let's do this, 7.25. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to take this and we're going to score it at, so half of 7.25. Half of 7 is 3.5. Let's do just like this. I'm going to move it between these two marks. And let's see. 7.25. I'm trying to math, and I'm not mathing very good right now. So 3.5. Let's score it at let's score it at 3 5/8. Let's see where that will take us. So I think that's just about in half. So let's do 3.5 and 3 3/4. Let's try that and see how that works out for us. No. Yep. Okay. I've got it. It's okay. I've got it now. So you're going to score it 3.5 and 3 3/4. 3.5, 3 3/4. And what we'll do is we'll put that aside for right now. And I've got this punch. It's got 3 different size tabs. You can have it 1.5 inch wide, 2 inch wide, and 2.5 inches wide. That's why I cut these at 2.5 inches. So I'm going to slide this in there, and I'm going to cut one end of that, and then I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to cut the other end. So now we've got this piece that's got that on both ends. Get rid of that. Set that aside. And so now if I fold it at those 2 score lines that I made, I'm going to crease the paper so we have nice sharp score. And then I'm going to fold it at the other one and crease that as well. There we go. And now when I fold it, we've got a little like spine at the bottom. So now we've got this little thing. So now, and there, my flowers are perfect on the front. So now I'm going to get 3 pieces of paper, and they are 5.25 inches wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.25 by 4 3/4 inches long. And what we're going to do is we're going to fold that over, and we want to make sure that we're just a little bit smaller than the width of this one. So I'm going to do it right about there. And before I crease that down, I'm going to check my size. Now, if you use a different size, then, you know, make a different size, then you'll have to adapt your papers to the size of your tag. I'm going to do another one exactly the same. And what I'm going to do to make it easier, this is how I do it to make it easier for me, is I'm going to lay this one on top of the other one, and then I'm just going to mark where I want to fold it at. There and there. So now I've got two small marks on there, and those are going to be my fold lines. So what I'll do is I'll just put it over, fold it on that one line, and then I'll put it over and fold it on that other line. And they're the same width perfectly. So what we want to do is we want, first I'm going to crease those down good because we want nice good folds. Do that on this one. And just like when we made the coin envelopes together, we're going to use our glue, and we're going to do the very edge of that inside one, and we're going to flop this one over and do the outside edge of that one. So I'm going to go right down here with a little line of glue. We don't want the glue to get in the middle, so I'll go over here. And you can see I've got a bead of glue going along this line and a bead of glue going along there. And we'll fold that over, give it a good smooth, let it dry, and then you see we've got a tube. It's not stuck together inside. So just like when we did our coin envelopes. So I'm going to do this one the same way. I'm going to do the inside flap along the edge. And then I'm going to do that outside, that one that I've got open along the edge. Flop that over. Give it a good smooth. Let it dry. And you see we've got another tube. So we've got these two right here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to fold these up in half. Fold it in half. We're going to fold this one in half. Just like that. Now we're going to put these one inside the other, just like that. And what we're going to do is we're going to open it up. We'll have a thin line of glue going right down the edge, right down the middle. Just like that. We'll take this over and we'll line it up and fold that right and smooth it right up the middle. We'll do the same thing right here, right up the middle. We'll lay that one over. Give it a good smooth, and then right up the middle. Just like that. Now we're going to take our, I'm going to ink this just a little bit because I like ink. And I think it looks good. You could put a hole reinforcer in here. You can put anything in there that you want. You don't have to have a hole reinforcer. It looks just as good without one. I'm going to give it a little bit of ink on the inside. Your inside will show, so you do want to use something that's, I mean, white is fine. It doesn't look bad. Let me give that just a little bit of ink there. And a little bit of ink there. There. Now we're going to take this and sit it right inside. Mine is a little bit taller than my thing, but that's okay. That's all right. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a line of glue right up the middle of the back. Just like that. And we'll put it in there. And we'll let that, we'll push that and let it get tacky, and then we'll put this one right up the middle. And close that up, line it up. And now we've got a little accordion holder. You could stick tickets in there. You can stick tug tags in there, stubs, whatever you find, little pieces of lace. I've got that little piece of lace. We'll just cut a little piece off. And words are hard today, you guys. Tell you what, stick that right through there. Bring it up. There. Cute. So let's make another one. I've already got some papers ready to go, and I'll show you a different way to make them if you don't have that punch, because you don't have to have that punch to make them. You can make one just as nice, and you don't have to, you do not have to, you don't have to make the spine on it either. I'm sorry, guys. Words are rough today. Words are rough. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to fold that in half just like that. I'm going to get some of my papers. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to fold them over. Make sure that it's a little bit less than that, and it is. So I'll give that a good fold. And then I'll do the same thing on top of this paper. Kind of put it in the middle a little bit and give it a couple marks. And we'll fold it on those marks. Do just like this. It really doesn't take long to make them. So this is something that you could mass make if you chose to. It doesn't take long at all once you get going on it, and you can kind of, you know, cut your cardstocks at the same time, cut your papers at the same time, you know, just kind of mass make on it. Get that muscle memory going, and it'll be done in no time. I'm going to flop that over. I'm going to flop this over. I think I'm supposed to be getting a shipment in tomorrow of, oops, I did that one awfully wide, didn't I? Of more French stuff for our first sale. Don't forget, we're having our first sale, Deb and I are, on Amy's Yellow Butterfly, this channel here, on August 29th. I hope that y'all can be there because it's going to be fun. We're going to have a French extravaganza. Deb has got some gorgeous French fabric that she is going to be selling that night. We're going to have giveaways. I have a very special contest coming up, and it's going to be fun. You don't want to miss it. So August 29th, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is a Saturday. I hope that y'all can join us. We are going to have a good time. And if you haven't already, if you would like and subscribe to my channel, that would be awesome. That way, and if you hit notifications, then you won't miss that sale, because we hope that you're there, and you don't want to miss it. Okay, so I got my papers in there, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this like a tag. So I'm going to cut that, and then I'll take that, I'll measure it on the other side just like that, so that they're the same. And we'll go right up there. There we go. Now we've got a tag shape. We'll put a hole punch in it. And we'll come right down here in the middle, give it a punch, and now we've got a hole. I'll give it a little bit of ink because I think it would look good on there. So this one you didn't even need a special tool other than a hole punch for. If you don't have a hole punch, you don't have to have a hole. Let me put my lid on here so that we can not struggle with that. So I'm not crazy about the beetle, but I like the entomology sign. So, okay, so let's put our papers in there. We're going to stack them. Let me put this one on the outside. It seems to be, there we go. Got them stacked. And we're going to glue them together now. You can also use a glue stick. You can use double-sided tape for this. Use what you have and experiment. Make it in different sizes, widths. You can make them wider. You don't, like I said, you don't have to have that tool to make these. These are very adaptable to whatever you want to do. That's a lot of the stuff that I make is. You don't have to, I show you one way to do it, but I can promise you that there's a whole lot of other ways to fold that piece of paper. And so you do it how you like it and what works best for you and your journal and your taste. I'm using a lot of botanical themed papers with these makes that we're doing, and that's because I'm going to be making a botanical themed journal. So that's what is working for me. But I'm also making a lot of bases so that when I'm going to be able to put these in my box that I've been accumulating these makes in. And when we're done making, I am going to have, and you will too if you're making along, you're going to have so much ephemera that you'll have enough for the journal that we make together, but you'll also have enough for more journals. So that's the beauty of mass making. You get to make ahead for what you're going to be making in the future, and I love that. Okay, enough waffling. So here's my little tag-shaped one, and I'm going to be honest with you, I really like that tag shape. There's the accordion in it. There we go. And let's just say, let's turn this into a little tag. Why not? We'll make that into a little tag. Do that. And that. I'll put a little smaller hole in it just to make it a little tag. I'll give it a little bit of ink. Get rid of those offensive corners. We've got a cute little tag. Really cute little tag. You can stick it right down in there. How cute is that? That is adorable. So we've got that. We can put, we can make a couple, we could put some cigarette cards in there. Those are cute. Stick some of that in there. Some little pieces of paper. That just to show you though, that's what you can do with these. You can stuff them full of tickets and tags and stuff like that. We'll put that piece of lace through there. And it is adorable. I love it. Look how cute that is. I love that one. To be honest with you, I like this one better than I even like the shape of that one. I really truly like that tag shape. So there we go. In 20 minutes, we've made 2 of them. That's an average of 10 minutes a piece after you've got your papers and stuff cut. I'm probably going to go ahead and I'm going to make a couple more when I'm done here. And then I'm going to get back to packing your orders so that I can get them sent out to you. If you like the video, please hit the thumbs up, give it a like, leave a comment, let me know if you're going to make any of these. Let me know if you have a different shape that you like to make them, or if you've made these before. This kind of looks like a little tea bag, and it is adorable. But anyways, yeah, let me know what you think. And don't forget, August 29th, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you're going to want to be here. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.